Hello everyone, and welcome to PSGL PSF7. We're here for round one in Spain, the season opener of season 33. I'm one of your main commentator for this season. Yes, joined alongside me is Omi. Hopefully he will unmute, because quite often he forgets.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the start of a new season, I have to unmute, so... yeah, hello everyone.
Yeah, start of a new season, new comms lineup of myself and Omi. But more importantly, well, we don't matter as much, but remember, it's about the drivers. You've got new drivers coming in for their first season, and you also have returning drivers, such as it would be Mitwee, Mike, Nord. I recognise a couple others, Georgius, I think, as well. Quite a lot of them from F9 last season, Mitwee especially. I remember him in F9 last season. He had gone on to get, I think it may have been top 15 in the standings. I can't remember exactly, but that doesn't matter now. It's season 33. So, with Spain being round one, and we're also getting readied up right now to get into round one in the qualifying. Some of your track starts for Barcelona, Catalonia quickly before we get in. 4.675 kilometers to cover in one lap, or 2.904 miles depending on what system you use, metric or imperial. 16 corners overall, 7 to the left, 9 to the right. That'll be dropping down to 14 from next season on, as the new chicane, well, not really a new chicane, the old chicane is getting taken out.
Yeah, but I think it's really going to improve racing with a flat
Yeah,
out last corner. And it won't just be for F1, it's going to be for us, obviously, here in League Racing, F2, F3, all the other series who will use it as well. So you're just going to basically improve the circuit quite a bit and give us more entertainment.
yeah, absolutely. But we're going to load into qualifying now. Question is, well, Ollie's just joined now, just a little bit late, minute or two. But he's in, pretty sure he's allowed us out a lap as well. But we're in now for qualifying. Who is getting pole and what is the pole time going to be? You never know yet, because it's a new season, new drivers. You haven't seen many of them so far. I mean, I know some of them, yes, but
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do know some of them, but obviously we don't know the others, so we can't
Oh
obviously
yeah.
tell.
Hang on. Mustache, Nick, Nod, Ollie, Nathan, Noe, Agent, Fusion, Georgius, Max, then on OSC, Mike and Tycho. I know all of them, and then there's like maybe 4, maybe 5. I don't really know. So
Yeah.
first two, I would be the pairing of the VRT drivers, or as otherwise known as SBS and DET, or VAT, depending on what you would want to call it. They are the two teammates in AlphaTauri this season. Then you've also got the other VRT driver, that'd be Mitwee, their owner. He is in the Haas this season though, so they're not teammates, they're rivals. So the real question is, which one of them is going to come out on top overall? Because yes, Mitwee has a season of F9 under his belt. I would pull up the standings as well from last season, but I can't. It won't load at the moment. But them being rivals, I would say it's going to be a bit chaotic in the team chat afterwards if a crash happens between them.
Definitely.
Imagine if it was 2016 style. Not Maximus. That's a rivalry from the past 2 years. Nico and Lewis dying at turn 3. It's not even turn 3, it's turn 4.
Yeah, that would be really, really dramatic if that did happen. And I think everyone would just be clear.
I don't know where your audio is just gone because you've completely cut out. Unless you've just muted.
Right, so what just happened is, if you don't know, I use a wired headset.
Yeah, I know.
It just got tangled somewhere, and then it just pulled out my controller.
Nice.
Because you know I move around my room a lot. You know I move around.
Oh yeah, you do.
I'm currently walking as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah, Tycho's the first one when we're setting a lap. It's going to be into those 16.9s. Can his teammate beat him for the first lap? He can. 16.7. And then I think it may be Mitwee next. Is it? It is. But he's invalidated his lap time. So, yeah, the 3 VRT drivers going out first. But they haven't been able to pull it off. Nick P3. I know his name is Nick Hanshin on PSN, but I know who it is. That would be Ollie 17-1. Not what I expected. He's one of the top drivers for VIR. Can't remember if he's in their academy team or not though. There's Nathan 17-2. So lap times are going to be coming in. Just the question is, when exactly do you go out for it?
Yeah, so we obviously have some drivers on their out laps now, and I think some just rounding off their laps.
Yeah, some drivers running off some of their laps. I'm trying to find out. Is it Mike next? It is. JR Juventus Racing goes P3, 16.942. 31 thousandths off P2 at the moment, which is Luno. So it is close between the top. Well, I've just realised Tycho is only 3 thousandths behind them.
Yep. I think Daniel was the car who just slotted into second as well.
Yeah, it would be 16.8 for him.
So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting, and let's hope it is a very close first qualifying around Barcelona, Catalonia.
Yeah, all I'm trying to find out is at the moment the pole time from the 2022 season, which, if I could find, I would tell you.
I'll also get on that mission as well. Anyway,
Yeah, you focus on, I could find it easily.
Perfect.
It's not like your laptop wants to load half the time as well.
At least I do have a phone with me.
True.
Okay. So yeah, just looking to see who is on a lap. I think that's Agent who just slotted in on the medium compound of tyres. Something that you don't actually often see in qualifying, but obviously just a little bit of a banker lap, not pushing much. And I think that's Georgios who's also slotted in into 12th position as well.
Yeah, P12 for him. 17.5, so he's about 8 or so tenths off provisional pole. As who was that? That would have been his teammate Fusion crossing the line to go ahead of him into P12, and I think it may be Max next. He's on his out lap though. But the real question is, who is going to be able to take pole position leading towards turn 1 and maybe cause a DRS leader in the end?
Yeah, so a bit of a DRS train we could see, and I think people are going to have to force some moves around the circuit if they want to get through.
Yeah, you never know. where people are going to go. I mean, predictions, we can't have any at the moment because it is too early in the season, I'd say, to make any, especially when we don't really know who most drivers, what the pace is overall. Yes, obviously I do know quite a lot of them, but overall, you only know certain races, you don't know all the tracks, so you can't make any predictions off of that. If you're going to make any sense out of that. But I think that maybe Nod starting his lap, it would be. As Max is running off through the chicane, won't be there next season though, we need to remember that. So you'll just be going on the exit of turn 12, you'd just be going down and Vine, basically a long hairpin, if you'd call it that.
Yeah. I already know I'm gonna run very wide when I do drive.
As Tycho goes in the P1, beating his teammate by only 8 thousandths. Also, I have been able to find qualifying 18.750 was the pole position time. They've beaten that by 2 seconds already.
Yep, that was set by Charles Leclerc, who took pole position. I obviously need to mention it when I can.
As Mitwee has had a collision with Agent, that'd be down at turn number 2, the first chicane, and has got himself a 5-face grid penalty for it. As Nod, both VRT drivers taking the front row to start them off. As I say that, Ollie goes and takes P2, making me eat my words again. I think his teammates just crossed the line, starting his lap, and then I think it's Pels has just crossed his P and was just starting his lap there. Xenon, I think he is starting his, I would be right in saying that, and then it's going to be... Who's next? I think it's Luno. It's not, it's his teammate, it's Oasi. He goes in P4, 16.8, so he's getting up there as... Not sure if you remember, Tier 6, Brazil. Oasi was there.
Tier 6?
Yeah. I'm not going to say league because you should know it.
Oh yeah, that.
Oasi was there.
Yeah.
See, that's where you should know him from. Daniel goes in the P3, 2.5 tenths improvement almost, as he's just letting, I think it'll be Georgius go through. I would be right, it is Georgius. He is letting through. Mitwee, I think he is actually on a lap because he's 8.4 seconds up, or he may be on in lap though, not too sure. But I'm going to see if I can find someone towards the end of the session. We're going to lap on board with them as Moustache is up to the line. Can he improve his time? He can by a tenth, but stays P14. Couldn't improve that position at the moment. Pels goes into P17, 2.5 tenths improvement. That would be Fusion starting his lap, and I think that was Xenon. It would be for Team Mentalism in P9 now with a 6. Not a 16, it's a 17.1, sorry. As I do take my words back.
Yeah. Also, just a reminder of our title sponsors. We haven't said it yet, we need to get used to that, but GT Omega, you can use the code PSGL for 5% off on any of their products on the GT Omega website.
Is it just me, or I thought that was 7%? Nope, it's 5. I don't know where I got 7 from. Hello, Tristan. Seems like someone's decided to join us.
Yep, and I believe he was racing just earlier today, so...
Yeah, F8.
Was it F8? Yep, F8.
Correct, it would be. So, I'm guessing the race has either just ended, or he is unfortunately DNF'd. I'm not going to try to jinx him, but Fusion's up to the line. He's going to go into P9. over 4.5 tenths improvement. So these lap times are going to get quicker throughout the session, as that is Luno hitting the pit wall.
Yep.
While trying, well, that's the inside of the pit wall. You don't see that normally. It'd be the outside. It'd be that side of it, because it's happened before. You take off your left front wheel, you get teleported back on track, which is kind of weird, but it does happen. As well as I think that's Nord on night lap. He's not actually on a lap there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fully rest charged. So he's about to go for it.
Yeah, you want to take us on a lap with him?
1 second. You know. There we go. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, towards turn number 1, he heads, just braking at the 50 braking meter board as he goes through now. Turn number 3. It's a very long sweeping corner. You don't want to run wide here, and he just keeps it as closest as he can to the inside line. Back over to the outside then, just braking after the 50 meter board. And it is the fastest first sector we have seen so far for the man who is currently in first position. Just braking once more and then applying the power as about to make his way towards turn number 7. Late on the brakes, want to carry the momentum, don't want to run too wide because it unsettles your car on the curb. And now trying to go flat out through here. DRS open once more as he now makes his way down towards turn number 10. It was a corner that was changed for the 2021 season, and it's been like that. And then we have Tico, who's gone into first position, 1 minute 16.525. Nord though is going to try and take it back as he goes through the chicane, which it might be his last time he needs to do it. This I think the drivers might need to, is the last time they'll have to do it, as he now makes his way towards the line. Let's see, he takes it back 1 minute 16.489.
Yeah, as Tycho was running off his lap. It's not Tico, by the way, it's Tycho.
Yeah.
The way I like to remember it, the I is a Y is the way I remember it.
Yeah.
As who is on a lap at the moment? I think Ollie may be on one. Ollie Olaf, no he's not, but his teammate is actually on the right lap. He's into the pit lane though, so at the moment, with the VRT 1-2, could they see their owner, previously from DET, or otherwise known as Versus Esports Team, bringing it up and maybe getting them a 1, 2, 3? You never know. Is it actually Tico? Robin, you mean to tell me now I've pronounced it wrong this entire time and he's actually right? Anyway, well, I think I'm just gonna be a better job on pronouncing names, as you already know already. I can't pronounce names.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've commentated with you enough to know that.
Yeah, I can't pronounce names to save my life. I think we've confirmed that already. Like ages ago. Robin, I'm not gonna try to pronounce what you've just said. I'm pretty sure it might be Tico. I can't tell from what you said. But
Is
that
it
is
Tycho?
not. I can't tell from the way he said it, but that is not firing the pit lane. So he thinks he can't improve anymore, or no one else is going to get it back unless he has just run out of time. Someone's improving their time. I think that was Nick, which it is. As that's not Mike starting his lap, it's his teammate. That would be Isa. And the one I'm just trying to look out for at the moment would be Max. He's just gone into P14 with his lap. The one I was looking for was Midway. He's 68 thousandths down at the moment. The question is, can he improve throughout the final chicane and get it back? but himself up
Have
to
I
the
just heard
line.
someone? Have I just heard
You
someone
didn't. You
burp
didn't
in the
hear
background?
anything. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. But midway 3/10 up, so he's gone into 17 ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So just looking for some laps as we are now to the end of the session. 18 minutes qualifying goes very quickly normally, and it absolutely has this time around as well. And I'm just taking a look. I think Ace has just gone to mute and left me. So, well, just let me know when you're back. Anyway, Mike to 7th position. I think Nord has said, Nord thinks he's done enough, so he's already retired, so he won't be able to improve. The checkered flag is already out. We have Nick, who's also retired. Let's see who's on a lap, though. Taking a look. A lot of yellow flags. Anyway, there we have the Red Bull of Luno in 3rd position, checkered flag, and I think also, is it just me or is there some drops now falling? I don't think. Oh, actually, yeah, we might see Tycho here, however you pronounce it. Yeah, I'll see if after this round I can actually learn how to pronounce it, because I don't want to keep saying his name wrong. But what I can tell, he just had a very big snap and almost losing the car. He's wide, he's almost spinning, and I think that's it for his lap pretty much, and he's invalidated as well.
Yeah, Ollie's just completely lost it as well through the final chicane. You know that yellow sausage curb on the left hand side? If you look at Xeon right now, that yellow sausage curb, hitting that with his 2 left wheels and then unsettling the car. But I think that would be qualifying over now.
Yep, agent diving it in, so yeah, it should be it then.
Yeah, as you were saying, there is actually raindrops falling now. So you were right.
At least I got something right.
That just makes me want to use my line, and you know I can't use it.
Obviously you can't, but definitely don't go to my DMs or I'll have to block you.
Oh, I've already said something in DMs, don't worry.
You can send it to Tristan instead.
Yeah, that is qualifying over though. Tristan actually has not answered the chat again. I'm not even sure if he's in the stream. But your qualifying results, it is a VRT 1-2 Nord leading them away with, is it Chico Tycho? I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But then there's Luno P3, Ollie in P4, Daniel P5-ish, and, well, I'm going to call him Clumper because that's a lot easier to say. And it's Mike, Wesley, Fusion, and Nick are rounding out your top 10. Then you've got Thurs. Well, I might even call him ART because it might be a lot easier. Agent, Midway, Xenon, Max, Isa, Nathan, Moustache, Georgios, and Pels are winding out the rest of your grid from P11 down to P20. The question is, who's leading in towards turn 1?
You always have to come to me on that. I'm actually unsure. And as it's the first race, luckily I don't have to actually give a prediction.
Yeah, you never know.
Is there a formation lap also, or is it
That
odd?
I'm aware of, no.
There isn't. Oh, okay. So we're most likely going to be straight into it then.
Yeah, be straight into it all. That I'm aware
So we
of,
got to
there is
work
no
out the
information
time.
up.
Yep. Yep. So we got to just work out all of the tires on the opening lap then.
Yep, but we've got 25 seconds and then we're going to get into it. I'll be able to use that opening line. That I've always wanted to in PSGL. Haven't been able to do it so far. But with a VRT 1-2, question is which one of those drivers is leading towards turn 1. Is one of them going to get a bad start, or in worst case scenario, is 2016 going to come back? You never know just yet. But it is 1 light, 2 light, 3, 4, and 5. Red lights are on. And it is Pedal in the middle. We are racing Keo and Speed. Go, go, go. Who's got the better start out of the pair of them? It looks like Nod has got it. Tycho pulls into their slipstream. But down towards turn 1. And look at the Williams going off in the background. Trying to go run the outside. Is Nod now keeping his position in turn 1 and through turn 2 and 3. He's held on to it. There was a spin down in the background. Who is that? I think it is Daniel in that Aston Martin, as well as Pels getting overtaken or being overtaking someone, but in towards turn number 4 now, 2 by 2 all the way down the pack, as well as Oasis getting in towards P8, holding on to the outside line around turn 6. Can he hold on to it though? He hasn't been able to hold to it there, but towards turn 7, he's going to be under a lot of pressure from Xenon. He's taking the place off him, so that setup is not working out to his advantage, and those tyres are not warm, especially starting on those hards. So, towards turn number 10 we go now. Can he maybe come back at him? He can't, but the Haas in the background of ART is down the inside of Nathan, trying to get the position, but he hasn't been able to do it there, as Max trying to take it off him through turn 12. Hasn't worked out. Trying back down the inside, but he is just having to sit behind through the chicane, especially. Not going to see many overtakes there unless you get him right on the exit, but on towards lap number 2 now. Not leading away.
Yep, absolutely. That's why we are removing the chicane, to give us some better overtaking opportunities into turn number 1. Is there going to be anyone who's going to be able to make a move down there? In the background, I'm seeing one. I think that's for last position. Spin there. That's I think Moustache is round.
Yeah.
Yep.
As ART been overtaken on the inside of turn 3, that would have been taking out those brake marker boards as well. So since they're all, remember, it's no assist here, so no line, you're in full control of your car. It's going to be a bit harder now, especially since you have no brake marker boards on that outside, but most of the time it is the, you know, the red, I don't think it's a Rolex sign.
Ooh.
But it's a red sign. Someone spun around. That would be Nick. He's into the gravel as he's just spun the car again. What is going on here? I think Max also spun. I think there was another car. It might have been the Ferrari of Pels. Not too sure what was going on there. But action is now dying down. Hopefully you don't get... Well, hopefully there is not too many overtakes, because my mouth is already going pretty dry after that 1 lap.
Yeah, I just saw a lot of gravel being spit up when I cut to an on board. They were all just spinning around in chaos right at the back.
As I said in lap 1, you won't see many moves in the chicane. Moustache has just done it. So I take what I said back. Yeah,
well, actually, you don't need. Yeah, well, actually, you don't need to. Let's just say he just pulled off a sensational overtake. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Because technically it is harder. It is very hard to overtake, but so maybe he just did a sensational job. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Well, my controller battery is dying, so you're going to give me 1 second. Just have to log in with the wheel. Gonna turn my controller off quickly. Sorry about this, everyone. Didn't even realise the controller's dying the entire time.
I don't even believe my one actually dies quite often, because I'm always doing stuff basically with it, and I just leave it on charge. But yeah, DRS is open now. Well, doesn't help with this DRS drains. So yeah, but for the top 2, it's 1 point. It's just now 1.1 second exactly around average. So between the 2 Alpha Tauris and the DRS for the Red Bull driver of Luno. And I think we might be seeing a move here down the straight. There is Mitri trying to make a move around the outside of turn number 1. Trying to do a Sergio Perez, trying to dance around the outside. He'll become the inside, back to the outside. And Izzy's going to go wide and into the gravel, momentarily losing some position due to that. As they go through, and I think we might see some laps where we might see every lap we might just have like 1 little overtake somewhere throughout the field, Um, so yeah, but it doesn't look like Chico's been able to get in the DRS this time around. He is inside 1 second, but as they go to the detection zone, that's what you need to do. You need to be inside that 1 second. So he wasn't able to do that. But I think if he stays at a 9/10 gap, he will get DRS through the chicane. We go. And let's see if he does get DRS. Yeah, he hasn't again because to the detection zone, he wasn't inside that 1 second. There's a move, I think, somewhere. I think it was Daniel maybe or Mitivi getting past Pels. Doesn't look like we have too much action this time around though, as we go towards one. I'm watching Mushtas and OC. The camera, I think, might be focused on something else, unsure, because Ace is doing the cameras. But anyway, it is 5/6 of a second between the AlphaTauris out in front. So, and then it's a bit of a DRS train up to Agent, who runs in 8th position. And as we look throughout the field as well, and you have two DRS zones around this circuit. The main straight being a big overtaking opportunity though, and it is hard to make moves into turn number 9.
I am back.
I knew
Just
it
swapping
as
controller.
yeah, just heard that noise, so knew it.
Yeah, there was a. You can tell slightly. There was a. I'm not too sure about it, but you can tell when the mic get muted. It's like you can hear a click. I'm not too sure. But all
I think Marvin has
setting
it.
fast as lot. Oh, I know. I can tell when you do it.
Yeah.
But as I think that's it's he can overtake down the main straight. He's gonna try to work his way back up throughout the race, but in the end, if we look at position changes, top 4 they haven't changed places. They're not going to try to go for anything yet, especially the 2 AlphaTauris. They're not going to try to battle each other. They try to work together, especially when you try to maximise your points. Remember, it's not the F1 point system. It is 16 points for a win. It'd be what, 12 for P2 if I'm right. I think it is. I don't have this remembered. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, 12 for P2, and then you can get 1 for the fastest lap. I think it wasn't 1 for pole either, but it's just mentioned in the results. Like someone spun round. That is Nick down at turn 9. Yeah, like we're saying, maximum points you can get in one weekend. It's either 30 if you get a point for pole, which I don't think you do. But it is 29 points. So if they can secure their 1-2, it would give them massive benefits towards the end of the season, especially if they can't, you know, results out the bag if they're missing races, etc. You want to hope you can make every single race. That is why you sign up in the end full time, because you're hoping you can make every race. But as well as that, Nord has now broken the DRS range. What tyres was he on? Everyone actually started in hards. Thought someone's going to gamble it in the mediums. But like I was saying, you need to focus on getting maximum points, because then if you have, say, 1 bad race towards the end of the season, you DNF, you miss a couple races, those crucial points you gain at the start of the season is what's going to benefit you massively. Think of it as, I'll just make an example. Mercedes last season in real life F1, that car at the start of the season was not good enough for them. They had the issues with porpoising, as I think that would be Nathan spun round on the exit of 16, so he's getting himself back round, getting out of the way for Isa as well. But like I was saying, their car was not good enough. They couldn't get those points that needed, but the back end of the season, they were able to go for more points, which then hurt them in the long run because they couldn't get that P2 in the championship. So getting those points at the start of the season is more crucial than towards the end, if you think about it.
Yeah. So I think the beginning of the season kind of sets up your season, so...
Yeah. I mean, to think of it, Ferrari, remember, though that win, that 1-2 in Bahrain, Red Bull not scoring any points, they thought they were on for something, but then that car just slowly deteriorated, if you call it that way, with reliability issues, strategy mistakes. I think you know well too much about that, but that is Georgia spun round on the exit of 9 to get himself back round. But as long as they can keep on it throughout the entire season, one bad race isn't going to hurt you that much. You just need to stick to the top if you want to battle for championships. Which is what the two AlphaTauri boys are doing.
I am back.
I know, I heard your mic. Told you I could hear it.
Is it because of is it because of like the air behind me or something?
I don't know. I think it might be like, you know, like airflow in towards the mic. You're always going to have that a little bit.
Yeah, it might be my PlayStation, which sounds like a plane.
Oh, I know that.
We don't speak about that though. Anyway, so now the typical DRS trains are forming. There isn't much in strategy in this race either, so might be a bit of a quiet one unless we do have some more overtaking. Unfortunately, as every single driver has decided to start on the hard tires. I thought someone would go for the set of mediums, but nope, everyone going for a set of the white wall Pirelli hard tires, as we do have some moves, so we need to take you through those, because when we do get action we need to make the best of it. So that was Daniel getting past Exion, and then I think that was Isa getting past.
Sorry to interrupt you. That was Max in the wall at turn 2, going towards turn 3 on the exit. Probably, you know that inside sausage curb, that the one that if you hit, you've spun out straight away. I think there was a chance he may have hit that. He's being overtaken by both Georgios and Nick, so he's down in the last with no front wing.
Yeah, there we had ART almost getting shoved fully off the road there in his battle with Isa. Yeah,
hopefully that's not going to happen though. But he's trying to go round the outside of turn 10. You don't see moves here. Well, you see moves on the inside. You don't see moves on the outside through 11 and 12. He's trying to hold on to it, keeping his foot in, and he has taken it. As I've just realised, I forgot to get some of the data up. But we're back on the way anyway. So Isa's going to have DOS this time on, so he's going to be able to take that place back on the way down towards turn 1. As that is Daniel spawning towards 2, and by the time he unghosted, it was pretty close. So I'm going to ignore the fact you just had a massive voice crack.
We ignore that.
As look at Pell's trying to go on the outside of him. Can he hold it on? 3, 6 and in towards 7 and 8. You can't hold on normally there, but he tried his best. Couldn't make up for it this time around. So he's going to hold on to P13. But
Max in for the mediums.
Yeah, he had to do his front wing change, remember?
Yep.
But out in front, at the moment, not that much action. They're just sitting behind each other, towing everyone along. DRS train currently sits from P2 down to P8, that would be, as Nord has broken it again from his teammate. But I think he may have had DRS though, not too sure. Hang on. There we go. But yeah, he's just gonna hold on and get back into that top 10. At least, the one thing we did not see on lap 1 was Nico Rosberg versus Hamilton crash between the two of our teammates.
Yeah, but I mean, we still could get a Spa, a similar one to Spa, or an Austria one.
True, true. What, that would have been like Austria turn 3, I think it was exactly. I think it was that. Then again, what I'm not aware of at the moment is if new drivers here, or even old drivers, if they've won in PSGL at all yet, which is my only problem, because what I wanted to find out is if I need to say it's their first win at all. But Max, he did race in this tier last season. He didn't get very many points, only got 8, and that was in one race. Others he DNF'd or did not start. Mike was here last season as well. He's in P6 at the moment overall. Last season he got P15 as well as that. Nick was here, and in the end he managed to get a podium out of his bad results, only getting 1, 3 or 4 points per race. In the end he was able to pick up a podium in round 9. And currently he would be in P18, but remember, many things will still happen, as the first penalty has been picked up by Midway.
Yeah, but track limit 1.
Track limits aren't too bad around here, is what I'd say. The only reason they would be bad is if you get stuck on one of those sausage curbs, because then you get unsettled and then you can mess up your lines out the corner. But the reason why I would say races such as PSGL can be better than real F1, cars can be a lot closer together, stay within those DRS trains, as equal cars, not realistic, remember.
Yeah. So there are some different things. There's maybe some action.
Some advantages, I'd say, in the F1 world online. As look at Pels trying to hold on around the outside of Nathan. He's not being able to hold on just about yet. He's trying to go down the inside of Daniel, take P12 off him, and force his way up towards the point paying position, trying to go on the outside turn 6. Can he hold it on, getting back down the power, as that would be Isa spun round down P14 now through turn 7 and 8 we go. Isn't able to make up any positions there. Gonna have a DRS towards turn number 10 though, get back down the power. Normally you'd see flat out through qualifying, maybe just a lower lift, but he's not been able to compromise on that line that he did get. But look at Ollie, he is gaining on Luno. I don't think it's going to happen yet, but those AlphaTauri's as well are getting very close to each other. Don't want to jinx anything, because you know I'm one to jinx people.
Yep, I'm definitely not, so you don't have to worry about me.
Oh, I've jinxed you in the past.
Okay.
But not that much action at the moment. You don't see many overtakes, especially with DRS trains. You get stuck in that unless you are wanting to risk something. You can't make many overtakes. But only, what, 5 days, and then we've got F1 for Rebellion. 6 we've got qualifying, 7, and it will be the first race in Bahrain. Will Mercedes show sandbagging? As I say that, Ollie has come in to get that undercut early. It's only lap 15 he's coming in on, but he's going to go to the mediums. No wing changer either, so he's the first one to come into the pit lane, not counting Max. Obviously he had a front wing change to do, but where is he going to come out? Because with that, what is the pit loss time, if you remember exactly? I think it's 20 seconds. I need to go back and look at my notes.
I think it's exactly 20 seconds.
Well, that is if you get an optimal stop, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually 20 seconds. I think I just sent you my note spreadsheet last time. But he has come out now in P12. So he is going to be stuck in traffic with cold medium tyres. Everyone else is in the hards. Where is he going to come out when everyone else pits? Getting that undercut. Is it worth it? You have to warm those tyres up. And then in the end of all of it, yeah, you'll have traffic in the end. So yes, you could have the advantage getting those tyres warmed up faster and then push on for it. As we say this, Nico and Compo are into the pit lane, getting on those mediums. Lap 16 they're coming in now. You normally see pit stops around this time if you're on the mediums. In a couple laps time, it's like 3 or 4 I'm pretty sure, and you'd see the hard runners come in. So that'll be everyone, as Nathan setting the fastest lap on those hards. Not something you see normally, but it is one hard, remember. Did you just see what that lap time was? It's a 20.1.
Yeah.
2 seconds off the lap record at the moment. Remember, that was set back in 2021 though. With the old cars,
Yeah.
the old era.
Yep, we're gonna have Tikana stuck behind ART here.
Yeah.
So
Going through turn 7. So he is the, well, he's the second one of the front 3 that had pit. As I say that, that's also Moustache in the background getting overtaken through turn 7. He's going to try to work his way back, as I think it is now camera time for most drivers. They've been told to push on if they have engineers. If not, they've just been pushing on to try and bring on their just to get those old tyres into the pits eventually. As that is a yellow flag. What is that for?
yep.
So someone hit the wall on the pit entry.
Wasn't actually looking at that. I was looking at Tico and Luno into turn number 1 because Luno came out of the pits and then got very close between them. But Tico was just able to dance outside due to the warmed up tyres, and I think Ollie also had the advantage for a bit, but he should make the move right about now before Luna's tyres get warmed up.
Yeah. But the main question at the moment is that who's going to be able to get the track position with the overtakes and all after the pit. As lads now mic into the pit lane, onto the mediums. ART pick up a penalty there as well. Ollie picked up a penalty on the last lap. But look where Deco's come out. Look where Luno is. So P3 and P4, Fusion still needs a pit as well as Nord, but Nord does have that gap to his teammate, at least for now, if it is exactly those 20 seconds, if you perfectly time it. So the real question is, where is he going to come out? Because in the end,
Tika's round.
that
He's
is
reset
not
the track as well. Yep.
not something you want to see, especially when you thought your teammate.
Yep, it's put Agent all over him as well. Nord is in now to put on the medium compound of tyres.
Fusion's also in. Where is Luno going to be in all of this? He is now that provisional P2. The question is, does he come out in P1 after...
It might be tight here.
No, it's pit stop on the exit now, down that main straight. He is ahead, but I think it's like 2 seconds. It is. It's like 1.9, 1.8. It's dropping down obviously since his tyres are cold, but he has been able to do it, and he's out in front.
Yep, Luno crucially needs to get inside that 1 second before Nord is able to get his tyres up to temperature and then try and pull away.
Yeah, because with the way the tyre temperatures are, you start on the 7 degrees tyres. Next season on, you're going to have no tyre blankets. You're going to be even colder, as that is Pels out of the race. Can we maybe get an onboard of that? What's happened there? VSC is out for now. Is it going to be a full safety car? I don't know if it will. Nick, no, it's not even Nick. Daniel's out. He retired on track.
As well. Yeah, a bit unsure, as I wasn't even watching, didn't see it. So, well, we haven't watched the safety
car. It was
car.
Pell was already out. Daniel's car was still driving. Not too sure. But Moustache under VSC getting himself a 3-second time penalty. But not out in the lead, even the VSC being out at the moment.
Yep. So as they are all close to each other, when it goes green, someone might be able to try and get the jump, and how they time it will be crucial. And you don't want to be getting penalties for speeding either, so you got to time it perfectly. Because it is a bit of a severe penalty. So yeah, hopefully gonna end soon. And it's just waiting. There we go, and eyes are already given a drive through as expected due to how some drivers can misjudge it.
Yeah, going on the Delta far too much and then speeding off just a little bit too early. For some reason there has been a glitch with it, but within 3 laps you have to serve it, remember. So it doesn't matter if you say it was a glitch and you got it for no reason, you can't get the drive-thru removed because we're only on lap 21, you're going on to lap 22. You're too far off. Maybe if you got it, I'll make an example, lap 31, you didn't serve it, you get a 20-second time penalty, you could maybe then get it removed, but you can't do it at the moment. That I'm aware of, no. If you don't serve it, but you get it on lap 31, and there's cross line, I think you get given a 20-second time penalty, I'm pretty sure it is. That I'm aware of, it's that. I'm not too sure though. But after all the pit stops, everyone's going to be on the mediums. Question is, does not running out long and then picking up the advantage of tyre wear towards the end, does it help him in the long run though? Because look at Ludo, he's 1.2 off, has no ERS stat as well. Look at Nords. He's on 50% or so. So he can push on a lot more. He doesn't even need to break any more gaps because he's already out of that 1 second range. He's pulling out to 1.5 now. He's just gonna try to pull himself away. I think this would be his first win. The question is it gonna be a Pasta Maldonado type of win and gets only one? Or is he gonna turn into someone like Max Verstappen and take his debut win here, like he did in 2016? Or and then push on no more throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, lap 23 we are on. A bit of a quiet race so far. A very quiet one. With one virtual safety car.
Surprisingly, it's only been one. I thought maybe we would have had maybe even another one if you had your wing broken off somewhere if you'd spun. People have spun, but it hasn't caused a VSC in the end. But while we don't have that much action, I will remind you, your title sponsor for PSGL is GT Omega. Use code PSGL at the checkout. You can get 5% off all products. Doesn't even matter what you're buying. You've got rigs, chairs, and I think there's a couple other stuff. Maybe there is some other stuff. I'm not too sure what it is, but you can get 5% off by using the code.
Yeah, Mike going for the move on Kompura. Easy move into fourth position for him.
At the moment, it is provisional P3.
Yep, with the penalties.
He's off into the gravel down at turn 1. He's gone straight on. So what has happened to him there? Has he just locked up and completely lost that rear end? Or what else? I'm not too sure what's just happened there. But he went straight on turn 1. He's down in P8, 7 seconds behind. So he's now going to have to push on if he wants to get some more points. At the moment, he's only getting 3. His teammate at the moment's getting 17 with their fastest lap as well. So currently they're on 20, which for one race is not bad.
Yeah.
As well as that, another battle going on at the moment for P13. No points paying positions, but with penalties towards the end of it, I don't know what could happen. We've still got 8 laps to go. But you've got real life F1 this weekend. Yep. What's going to happen then? Do we see... Were they just sandbagging, or is that their true pace?
You talking about Mercedes?
All teams in the end. I mean, Ferrari were doing it as well, I think.
Well, I guess. We don't have to wait too long to find out, luckily. But...
True.
But it's just so hard to judge. I feel like I'm gonna get my drivers and constructors championship predictions wrong as well this season. It's probably gonna be an absolute nightmare. So I'm not gonna for the first race, even though I'm a Ferrari fan, I'm probably not gonna go for Leclerc because of the season opener curse, you know.
Yeah, it's always been like that. You win the first race and you come second in the championship. It's gone on since at least 2018.
Yep, maybe the only time I'm actually praying for a Verstappen win then.
Also true. Well, you'd want to see Carlos win because you're a Ferrari fan. You'd want to see Charles get.
Well, actually, yesterday when we were talking about it, I do remember. I actually had to make up that story, like, you know. I had to make up all of the Arthur Leclerc and all of that stuff, so...
down the main straight, overtaken by Nathan position. But even with his penalty, he's out. He's just lost. What has just happened there to him? He's just lost the rear end, and the car has just not stayed with him.
Yep, what's your thoughts on Aston Martin as well, in real life? Looking strong? Decent?
You never know what could happen. Testing half the time means nothing.
Yeah. Maybe Aston Martin were backing and the rest were, so we don't know.
Oh yeah, Aston Martin signed back to them win the first race, right? But
yeah.
he's going to try to go for P1 here in lap. Remember to his name. Will have to serve at the end of the race. But the real question is, can he pull out the 3 second gap and then hold on to a podium? At the moment, it's only so he's gonna start out if he wants to pull in this race. But out in front gap, pulling away with this win, he's led so far. As fast as that, if I'm right, he does. Could this be a Grand Slam?
There might be. He's been brilliant all weekend, so... Well, I guess, well, you know, I'm using the phrase... Yeah, I'm using a phrase, because, I do like to commentate F1 for fun, so F1, F2, F3, whatever. The list will continue, so don't worry. Don't worry, I'll be able to use the phrase again. This weekend... I know, so...
But... it's a Grand Slam on here, because he's led every lap so far. He has a fast stop. He got pole. Is he winning, or is something going to happen towards the end? Hopefully for him, for his sake, nothing happens.
Yeah, you better not talk about him too much before you curse him. And then I'll actually have to DM him about that. Anyway.
No, still trying to close back in, take that P2 on track. He doesn't even need it on track at the moment because he's within 6/10 of him and 3 seconds. So he's still pushing on.
Hello.
Someone spun one. That would be ART down. That's on the entry of turn 6. That would be no. That's turn 5. As we see, Mustache running very wide in the background. Someone spun right. That would be Max, the lapped car. Thankfully, for everyone else, he's ghosted because he's getting lapped. So they wouldn't have had a problem with him, unghosting just as a glitch, which happens sometimes. But the agent, 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flag. What is going on there? Would that have been for passing Max through final chicane? As someone, again, that's Georgius, down at turn 16. Can you breathe into your mic, please?
1 sec. It's moving down, so I'm just moving it up.
Yeah, all I heard was breathing into your mic. As Georgius comes into the pit lane, spun at turn 16 would have been as those also comes in. Agent being overtaken, but he's gone off wide at turn 9, having to spin the car back round. There you go, is back into the top 7. So that is both Georgius and ART out of this race now, just time. Still on for Mike.
Is my mic still having issues?
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying the podium is still on for Mike. The wrong mic. You're thinking.
Anyway, you're cutting out a tiny bit, so I'm kind of like, you know. not being able to fully understand. So let me see if my volume's also fully up. Yeah, it is.
I can turn up even more if you want me to.
Nope, don't worry. Anyway, we're going into the final stages of this race.
Yeah, but as I said, he was still on for podium. That
Is my mic just... Oh, right. I think... For a second I thought I was having just Wi-Fi issues. Which I couldn't hear Ace. Just check the stream, I don't think... it's Wi-Fi. I think Ace is maybe AFK, unsure about it, but just in case. Ace, if it... because I don't want to be talking over you 24/7, you know, or... But for now I will talk over this, as I don't believe Ace is talking right now. But I have been having him cutting out a bit, so doesn't happen often, sorry. So that's why I was just thinking maybe he was talking and then I just can't hear him, because I have had that before. Anyway, Mike going for the move now, moving up into fourth position, and he's able to get the move done before we even go to turn number 1. And yeah, we have yellow flags, and I believe that's Mr. who is had a spin right before turn number 10. Ace, if you're on AFK, I don't know if we can hear you, or if it's your headset having a mare or anything else. I'm just taking a look at the stream as well, just to see. Anyway, so yeah, we have Luno in that 1 second range. Ollie, 3 second time penalty, making it 6 seconds now.
Mike, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Perfect.
I don't know what just happened.
Ooh, Ollie's round at the chicane.
Yeah, he's also picked up a total of 6 seconds of time penalties. So, anyway, he wasn't even on for the podium. Going the long way round those curbs, though. And he's going to pull into the pit lane. Has he got damage? He has no end plate. And he has just retired it because he knew it wasn't going to happen. But look at Compo now. He's trying to hold him on. His last lap of the race. Can he hold on to his P3 at the moment? He's losing out currently. He's got one more DRS zone down towards turn 10. Is it on for Mike, his podium? He needs to defend one more time from Compo down towards turn number 10. He needs to do this if he wants to have any chance of this podium, unless you go into post-race penalties, which at the moment is not likely between these two. But down towards turn number 10, is he holding on, trying to break that slipstream, keeping ahead of Compo in towards turn 10, holding on through 11 and 12, but we're going to go for now at least. The front of the field is been Nod's day, leading every lap, taking the fastest lap. As I say that, Isa's just taking it off him. So that's not the Grand Slam he wants, but he's going to come across the line and take his, I think it's maiden win at least, in PSGL. Luna's going to take P2 and up to the line. It is going to be Mike. He's been able to hold on. This time around, Compo is going to take P4 though. So a close battle between those two at the end of all this. And he's been able to hold on.
Yeah, brilliant stuff by Norders. For a second, Agent didn't make the line. He just about did. He has been counted as. They're all now just going to come across the line. But Mike, I think he'll be happy with that third place.
Midway does get points. Some people have been saying he wasn't getting any. A total of 8 positions gained throughout the race. P18 to P10. One single point, but he did get that point. In the end, OSC is going to cross the line. He takes P12. Just waiting for 2 more across the line. Waiting for Isa, and that is the race over now. I will call him in for interviews.
Oh yes, interviews, love those.
We can't do them. Who was P3,
Yeah.
Mike?
Yep.
But top step of the podium, it is Nods today.
So yeah, gonna be interesting to speak to.
Wasn't a full Grand Slam. But it's everything but that one single point from the fastest lap, which was taken by Isa on lap 32. Invite Norden, I think. Are you in the group chat at the moment? I don't know if you are, because I did invite you earlier.
No. Yeah, I don't think.
I'll invite them. Slide together and then just invite them there. Who was it? I'm just gonna invite them anyway. They can join if they would like to. Cannot add someone for some reason. Not too sure who I can add. But your race results for Spain, at least provisional for now. It is now taking the win from pole position, leading every lap, and Luna P2, Mike winding off your podium. There's Kumpa P4 Fusion, Tico Taika, whatever pronunciation it is, and Xenon, Agent Nathan, and Midway picking up that final point in the race, and it's Nick, Owasi, Mustache, Isa, and Max, your final finishers before you got your non-finishers being Ollie, Georgios, ART, Pels, and Daniel. We do have Nord now in the party. Congrats on your win. I am stuck on the results screen. That's not exactly what I would like. Please make sure you do have your audio showing on as well. I can check the stream if you want me to. Yeah, currently your audio sharing is not on, by the way. Yeah, so if you can, quickly turn that on first. If you can. If not, I can repeat what you want me to. I don't know if the rest are in yet. I don't know who I couldn't add. There was at least one person I could not add to it. I think that would have been Luno, it would have been. If you go to, I'm just going to see if I can get this number. quickly. If you go to party settings, you should be able to fix it there. There should be a setting called, if I'm right, it's like audio sharing. You need to like put it on always or something like that. If not, we can just go on to the interviews. Might not load.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Now I got it.
Perfect.
There we go. So first of all, congrats on your win. Leading every
Yeah.
up.
Thanks.
Said you were getting that Grand Slam. You got your fast lap taken away from you on lap 32. You were just crossing the line. First of all, how does it feel to win the first race of the season?
Yeah, it was a good race. You know, I thought I didn't have the pace because Wi-Fi problems. Then I had to switch to PS5 downstairs. Normally I'm PS4. So yeah, luckily I had
I
the
do remember you
pace.
saying that on Twitter earlier on.
Yeah, I said it on Twitter that I will drive on PS5 instead of PS4. But yeah,
Worked out
it
in the end though.
was a good pace.
Yeah,
Not really
well,
mistakes.
I don't know how to pronounce your teammate's name. I do apologise for his mouth. Is it Tico Tycho? Whatever the pronunciation is, please tell me if you do know it.
Yeah. Yeah, we were on a strategy, Tigo and I. We were both in a party, and yeah, unfortunately he had to spin, and then he was mad, and yeah, his race was just going downhill. So unfortunately of that, but we shown that we had a great pace and that we can do some more in the next few races.
Yeah. May, do you have any questions for him? Because at the moment I can't think of any.
Similar to you. Can't think of any.
But I just can't think of any questions for you at the moment.
Okay.
But you can go on
Bye.
now. Congrats on your win.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Bye.
Yep. Best of luck next week.
P3, Mike, is your audio settings on for starters?
Yeah, I don't know where to start. How the race. At the best strategist there was. Went for the overcut with, I think now there also was on an overcut. And the other guys were in traffic, so
Yeah,
I
holding
could
off
profit from it.
holding off from comfort on the last couple of laps, making that crucial. You saw that it would have been, what's his name? I can't remember exactly. Ollie had that 3 second time penalty. You were within 3 seconds for most of that time before he then picked up that 6 second and then eventually picked up a spin in the end for him.
I didn't saw what happened. I saw him just spinning. But like I was in the 3 seconds and then a retired car came out of the pits and it was right in front of me through turn 2. And I thought it was not ghosting, so I lifted and then I ghosted through him, so I was like a 1 second there.
Yeah, it was a point very close to being on that limit. Talk us through your thought process when pitting. You pit, I think it was a lap or two earlier than a couple other people.
No, 2 laps later, man.
No, wrong way around, yeah. Just talk us through that. And I've finally been allowed to leave the results screen.
That's good.
Only took like 5 or so minutes.
Also, shout out to my teammate. He got the fastest lap, so he got the point away from now. So yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Greatest
Grand
teammate
Slam.
there is. Yeah. Goated. I'd have fucked up my quali, by the way.
By the way, you can't swear.
What?
You're not allowed to swear, by the way.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hopefully you actually don't have your audio sharing on, so it's not too bad.
I have.
Ah, great.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can cut that out later on. But Anyway, I've got no more questions for you unless Omi does.
Nope.
I don't.
Alright.
But
No.
no, what?
Have a great-
Congrats on your P3. Go enjoy the rest of your
Yeah.
night.
Thank you. Thanks for commentating.
Yep, best of luck next week.
Goodbye.
Anyway, that has been round 1 of season 33. It's been a pleasure to commentate over. Any final words for the stream? Omi?
Yep, so, well, obviously, a bit of a, I guess, no safety car, so a bit of a calm first race, not too much action, but obviously it did have its moments, but still, at least the season is underway, and we know it's gonna be, hopefully, a close one.
Yeah, close. With it being no assist as well, it can be a lot closer towards the end. But one final reminder about GT Omega using our code PSGL at the checkout towards the end for your shares, your rigs, whatever you want to buy off their website. 5% off every time. That has been everything from myself, Ace. I know me. See you all next week. What even is next week? That would help if I do know the calendar. Singapore. So Singapore next week, a street circuit, one that many people like, but can cause a lot of safety cars. But that's been everything from myself, Ace. I know me. We'll see you next week for Singapore Grand Prix. Goodbye and good night.